What's going on, everybody? The Iceman here on this Thursday. Still under the weather, but the invasion angle began last night with Global Force Wrestling and TNA Impact Wrestling. It culminated with the King of the Mountain match at the end. I thought the show was pretty good. It was nice to see other wrestling stars involved in TNA and their Impact Wrestling show. Uh, yeah, seeing Lady Tapa go up one-on-one against Awesome Kong, I thought was pretty cool, but they both got counted out. Uh, you don't realize how big Lady Tapa is until she stands up toe-to-toe with Awesome Kong. It was a pretty good women's match. Unfortunately, there was no rightful winner. Uh, we saw a segment with Bobby Roode and Rockstar Spud. Roode really talking down to Spud. Um, Talking about Rockstar defeating Austin Aries last week and Aries having to leave TNA. And Spud didn't like the way he was being talked to, and both he and Roode got into it. Roode actually had to get pulled away by all the referees after doing a very, very huge beatdown on Rockstar Spud. Drew McIntyre also was going to be in the King of the Mountain match, but much like Bully Ray last week, was found outside and he was beaten up, supposedly being taken to the hospital. Dixie was leaving, and Jeff Jarrett said he would find a way to solve the issue going into the King of the Mountain match. We saw the Wolves go up against Myers and Trevor. Good match, very good match. These two guys from Global Force Wrestling are pretty good. They gave it their all against the Wolves. It was interesting. It was interesting to say the least, because really TNA doesn't really have that many tag teams to work with, and watching a match like this, because we know the Wolves are very, very good, and Myers and Trevor were just as good as well, and so I really enjoyed this match. In the very end, the outcome, the Wolves ended up winning the match, which was good for TNA. Sanjay Dutt going up against Tigre Uno. Sanjay Dutt, we all remember Sanjay from years ago in TNA, and this guy could still wrestle in the ring as well. And they put on a good show, like Tigre Uno always does. It was another good match. It was fun to watch, and but in the end, another TNA superstar ended up getting the victory, which being Tigre Uno. And then we saw the likes of Jesse Goddard's come out. He was going to face Bobby Lashley, and Goddard's with the arrogant attitude now, the heel type look, trying to let everybody know that he is one of the very, very best. He and Lashley put on a very good match, I thought. They both gave it to each other. Lashley, though, I like him as a face. He was just too overpowering for Jesse Goddard, and Lashley ended up, getting the victory, and he was going to move on to the King of Mountain match later on. We also saw Roode and Jarrett go at it. Roode was a little ticked off because Jarrett did not include him in the King of the Mountain match. Roode telling Jarrett, you're not my boss, and whatnot. So that was another segment. We had Bobby Roode on a couple times. Without him being wrestling, I guess this was a way to, get Roode involved in this show tonight. And then we saw Mr. Anderson, a package with him. Anderson saying he'll leave wrestling, after 16 years when he feels like it. And next week he wants to go up against Bram, and as well. Taryn Terrell with the Dollhouse, Marty and Jade, got them to have a cage match next week against Gail Kim. Taryn telling both Marty and Jade, you need to take out Gail Kim for good. Up to this point, the show was pretty good. And then we had the King of the Mountain match. Robbie E was a replacement. He was in there with Chris Bordeski, along with PJ Black, Eric Young, Bobby Lashley, and yeah, good match, a good King of the Mountain match. I think everybody had opportunities to climb that ladder and hang the belt. There was some pretty sweet moves. Robbie E jumping off the cage onto Mordecki and Lashley. Uh, we also saw Lashley jump off the ropes and spear PJ Black while he was on the ladder. Um, yeah, I'll be honest with you because I don't read the spoilers. I wasn't really sure who was going to win this match, and I almost had a feeling that it was going to be Robbie E, but that wasn't to be. PJ Black and Chris Mordecki battled it out on top of the ladder to the point, but finally, in the very, very end, PJ Black climbed the ladder and hung the King of the Mountain belt and is now the new King of the Mountain champion. And uh, as it was stated earlier, Jeff Jarrett told Ethan Carter III, you'll want to see this because, more importantly, this match means something because next week you're going to face the winner of the King of the Mountain match. So, all in all, as worlds collide, the invasion angle starts. I thought they did a pretty good job. Uh, I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to next week. So, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, everybody. Peace out, and have yourself a great day.